All right. There's a question already. If you don't mind using the chat for all your questions, that would be great. So we can run through this webinar, and then all questions you have, you can either hold them till the end after my presentation, or you can just add them to the chat, and we can get those answered for you. But I will get started. So hello, everyone. Welcome. This is our third webinar for dental professionals, so thank you for joining me. My name's Shelby. I'm the engagement specialist here at TempStars, and then I also am joined today by Lucy, our customer support manager, and Travia, one of our customer support agents. So they will be taking care of any questions that you have that come up that you ask in the chat. They'll be there ready to answer your questions. So no worries there. I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my screen, and we're going to start this baby. Let's see. Okay. I'm assuming we can all see that. Wonderful. Well, welcome. So like I said before, this is our third webinar. I do these every month now for 3 months. So if you have any ideas or anything for webinars, please let us know, because I will love to make webinars down the road for any topics that are needed. So today we're going to go over everything there is to know prior to going into your first shift. So if you got your first shift booked, great. This is the presentation you need to be at. And if you haven't yet, no worries. This webinar, along with all of our other webinars, are posted on our TempStars YouTube channel. So you can access those there once you do get your first shift booked as a result. So no worries at all. So like I said before, you booked your first shift, it's confirmed, now what? So things to note before heading to your shift, obvious things, right? So where is it? You need to look up the directions. Cool thing about our app is that we already have a map feature in there for you. It tells you where it is. You should know things like parking details. Do you need a gate code? Do you have to pay to park? How are you going to get paid? That's what everybody wants to know, because that's why we do this, right? You might need to bring a blank check or supply your mailing address, anything like that, depending on how each office pays. You'll need to know your arrival time, when you're clocking out, information, all things like that. Important to know. So one of the cool things we offer on our app is a pre-arrival document. Some offices have this uploaded and some don't, so just be mindful that you might not get one. So these documents are can be viewed once you have a shift that's been confirmed. It's available in the app, and it's also sent to your email once your shift has been confirmed. Be sure to read over this document carefully. If the office has one, like I said, it's going to contain certain information that they deem important before you arrive or during your shift. So it'll include most of the stuff we already talked about. Any type of parking details, information about your uniform, scrubs, anything that's required to receive payment, like I said before, like your email address, a blank check, etc. Some offices require you to bring certain certificates prior to working your shift. So just be sure, like I said, to read through that document in case you need to bring something on your first shift there. Another cool thing that we have on our app that I'm extremely passionate about, because I'm a big proponent to transparency and clear communication, we offer an in-app chat feature. So once you have your shift confirmed, you have the opportunity to communicate directly with the office in our app. So super easy. I'll talk you through it, and then I'll show you where to do it. So please note that the in-app chat feature is not used for canceling a shift. If this is done, it will be reported to our team, and then we'll take it from there. But anytime you need to cancel your shift, you have to just do it within the app, not within the chat. So just remember that. So where to find the in-app chat feature? Once you log in, you'll find your calendar and you'll see your shifts that you have confirmed. You would just click on them. It'll bring you to this page, and then you'll see boxed in orange there, messages. You would just click on that, and that's where you can clearly communicate, type up whatever questions you have directly with the office. All right, so sometimes an office will let you know about patient cancellations in the app, and they'll want to change the shift hours. Just know that the change in hours, if they don't work for you and you don't want to work the shift anymore, let's say it went from 8 hours down to 4 and you're like, no, not worth it, the cancellation is not going to count against you. So just don't worry about that. Not able to work the new hours. The office may be okay with keeping the original shift. So just be sure to keep up that clear communication, like I mentioned earlier. And also communication with our customer support team is vital. They're always here to help. So they can help walk you through that if you don't feel comfortable working the shift. So keep that in mind. Other things, when you're getting to your shift, if you're running late, we get it. Things happen. We always advise to leave early enough to accommodate for any type of traffic, parking issues, locating the office, things like that. However, we understand that the odd accident, road detour, traffic, anything like that does come up. So just be sure to reach out to the office. You can call them on the phone. That number is accessible in your app as well, as soon as you know that you're running late. Again, clear communication with the office is always key. So we'll talk a little bit about cancellations. This is very brief. I'm probably going to create a webinar all about cancellations. So if you have questions, again, use the chat feature, but I'm also going to be creating another webinar strictly on cancellations. So look forward to that. But let's say you wake up the morning of your shift and you have a fever, a sore throat, just some kind of sickness that's preventing you from working your shift. What do you do? So you'll need to reach out to the office as soon as possible, let them know, and you need to cancel that shift within the app. That is very important. And the reason being is once you cancel that shift, the shift will immediately be reposted. So hopefully that office can recover the shift and get somebody in there so they don't cancel their whole entire day's worth of patients. So next, our customer support team will be contacted and they'll connect with you to see how they can help. If there's something that they can do to help you with, make sure if you're sick, if you're going to the ER, if you're going to your family doctor, keep any type of doctor's notes. That's going to greatly reduce any type of hold on your account from doing a cancellation. Again, I understand there's going to be questions. I know. The main part of this slide here is just to reiterate, if you're going to cancel a shift, you need to do it in the app. So the shift is now over. And something important to note after your shift is completed. So the office asked you to work another shift. Let's say you're working with them and said, hey, our permanent hygienist can't work this week. Can you work our shift on this day for this amount of money, whatever. And you agree. Great. You're going to need to manually report the shift. This way, you're going to be guaranteed payment and you're going to be backed by TempStars for the shift. And also something that we need to keep in mind is these shifts must be reported within 2 weeks of being worked. If you worked a shift last month and you forgot to report it, we can't help you. It's got to be within the 2 weeks. And you can do this by, once you log into your TempStars account, you'll see the calendar again. Underneath, I have it blocked out in orange. It says, add record a shift. That's where you're going to manually book that shift. So the things you're going to need to know to manually book this shift, the office phone number, the hours for the shift, and the agreed upon hourly rate. Remember, you'll only need to report a shift for an office that you've already worked for. This will be agreed upon prior to you leaving your shift for that day. So keep that in mind. Other than that, I guess that's all I had today. Wow, short and sweet. Like I said before, I know this is very base level. There's a couple of these slides that need a little bit more, I want to say a lot more elaboration, especially when it comes to cancellations. But this should give you the gist for your first shift with TempStars. And as I've said before, if you have any questions, our customer support team is always here to help. We have agents on desk Monday through 7 days a week, actually. And you can reach out to them, help@tempstars.com. And as I've said before, keep an eye out for next month's announcement of the webinar. I think it's going to be about cancellations, but if you have any other ideas, send them our way. You can do that again through our customer support channel. Let us know what suggestions or ideas you have, and I will be more than happy to build something out for you guys. Okay, but otherwise, thanks for joining, everyone. We appreciate you, and thanks for being a part of our community. Have a good day, everyone.